The other half of that equation about being phone number specific is it's just your North Star. It's what's pointing you in your direction. When you're getting ready to fly, right? You go to the airport. Well, let's be honest, we all buy our tickets online, but you go to the airport saying, I want this destination. 95% of us, other than those crazy videos of people just showing up and buying a ticket wherever. But really the second half of the equation of being phone number specific, which after a nice refresh and jump into the ocean, came to me is that you gotta let the universe do its part. You set the destination. Don't get hung up on how that path is getting you there. Okay? This is something to be admired at the marvels of the universe, of how it gets done what it needs to get done. How the universe and the nature around us comes to be is through its own marvelous process. Nobody told it to be in this magical, specific way. God, the universe just said, build me the most beautiful, awesome playground for the humans to live their most best lives. And here it is. This is what it got built. So referring to the second half of the equation goes back to a previous concept that I've explored before about if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans kind of thing, right? The plan, the path that you think it will take you to get there, leave that part out. Don't worry about that part. Be ridiculous about your goal. Be intentional. Be with a fever about what you want. I was hearing some answers there. Yeah, you see. Don't let up. Don't be small. Don't give in to that massive goal that you're shooting for. You want to lose 200 pounds? Who says you can? Look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you could find somebody else that's lost 200 pounds. You want to make $50 million? Go for it. Be it. Look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find somebody that's also made $50 million. You want to find another planet? Go do it. Go look it up on YouTube. Somebody's done it already. You don't have to be shy about that goal that you're shooting for. What you have to be understanding to is how that path looks to get you there. Because that's where you got to leave space for the universe to surprise you, to be magical. Right? When you hit those 10 numbers, that phone number, do you know what towers it's going to reach when you hit the green call button? You have no idea which signal it's going to hit, which GPS, which satellites, and ping, 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 and how many different fucking bounces off of before it reaches your target destination, caller, recipient. It's not for you to worry about. So just like when you're making a call and you hit that send, you just worry about the goal, the coordinates, the phone number you set into it. You don't worry about how that path will show itself. You gotta leave room for the universe to do its magic and surprise you and to just marvelously accomplish what you're asking it to do in its own way. I mean, if you're bold enough to go for a goal so big, so ambitious, that it even scares you, isn't it going to take some otherworldly actions or path to get you there? Because now you'd already be there. If not, I'd already be there. But that's the thing. The universe responds to us by how grateful we are, by how clear our goal and destination is, phone number specific, and at our discipline, action, voting consistently that that's the type of person that you vote to be. This is the secret sauce to manifestation. Having that vision so clear, setting those coordinates in, and just continue showing up every day with love, with gratitude, with intention, until it manifests for you. So make sure to give some space to the universe to surprise you, for things to be thrown in your way, for detours. It's like when you're flying, you got clouds and storms that show up that weren't there when you took off. Okay, that's fine. That's why I have skills to be able to pivot. Another one of my essential videos. All these tools are things that once you have it, once you know, you can't unknow it. That's the dirty little secret of this life of manifestation that I'm living, that I hope that you want to live too. I imagine that you're here because of it, right? Law of attraction would say that. You found me because this is your part of your calling. Well, like I said, they don't tell you this dirty little secret when you start, but the more you know, the more you're responsible for. You can't unremember it. You can't just wake up one day and be like, I choose to ignore that part of the manifestation protocol. That's it. Universe knows that you know. You can't unknow it. You can't just forget it. You can't just pretend you don't need to do it. Once you know that part of the formula, that's it. The formula doesn't change. You gotta do it every single time. And that's the thing. That's the answer to our results. James Clear would say it. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. Your financial situation is a lagging measure of your money habits, right? It's a constant building and building and building of these little tiny things over long periods of time that get us to be able to have the Great Pyramids of Giza, right? Brick by brick, right? It wasn't all done in one day. So it's about being consistent. It's about being phone number specific. And it's about being grateful for the opportunity you have and letting the universe work its magic. Because tell me, through this walk that I've been going on, and the animals that are rustling, and these big old crickets that are cricketing around me, isn't it a marvelous journey that we're on? I mean, it's so cliche to say it, but yes, the destination is a great target, but the journey is the marvelous part of it. Because if we don't enjoy the journey, once you get to the destination, you're just going to set another destination. So it's not the getting to the destination that makes it all worth it. It's the whole buildup. It's the whole magical orchestra of actions, of nature, of animals, of light, of people, of all of it coming together so marvelously that makes it such a wonderful experience and gives me the peace in my heart that says, if it were to all disappear, if I were to die, I've lived a really good life. And I'm really happy and grateful for how I showed up every day, every moment, every person that I share a moment with. They would all remember me and they would say, man, what a great guy. He just really showed up with love and positivity every day. And that's what he wanted for everybody, just to believe in themselves and live with love and be grateful for this magical life that we have. I mean, look at this. Oh, yeah. I couldn't make this up even if I wanted to. I get to live this magical experience of life, and what a beautiful, beautiful experience it is. So, give the universe the pleasure of pleasantly and marvelously surprising you for your outcomes. It's a really beautiful way to live each moment, just knowing what your destination is, but letting the journey unfold in front of you as you're walking through it in its most marvelous way, with visitors and inhabitants all over, because we all just want to be here and be happy and live our best life and be confident, courageous enough to stand up in the face of fear and live it as if no one's watching. Because even though I'm recording this and you're here watching this, I live this life anyways. This is what I do every single day of my life. And I'm very grateful to be able to do it, because whether the camera's on or off, I know I gave it my best. And I'm grateful for the universe to pleasantly surprise me along the way. So, yeah. Sending you lots of love, best wishes, and an amazing life. Lots of peace in your hearts and happiness, and beautiful people to share this life with. Michael Brian David. Lots of love.